E.N.D here, day 10 and penultimate day for the spoilers of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Today and tomorrow, and the set will be fully released. Leave me a comment below. Which card are you eagerly waiting to start playing with? Mine is without any doubt the Millennium Calendar and the New Gods. Anyway, let's start. And I want to start again with Commander Carmen Cruel Sky Marcher for 3-1 white and 1 black 2-2 with flying. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on her and you gain 1 life. Whenever she attacks, return up to 1 target permanent card with mana value less than or equal to Carmen's power from your graveyard to the battlefield. Charismatic Conqueror for 1 and 1 white 2-2 with Vigilance. Whenever an artifact or creature enters the battlefield untapped and under an opponent's control, they may tap that permanent. If they don't, you create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. Dusk Legion Sergeant for 1 and 1 black 2-2 Menace for 1 and 1 black. Sacrifice it. Each non-token vampire creature you control gains persist until end of turn. Elanda's Hierophant for 2 and 1 white 1/1 with flying. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, create X 1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is its power. March of the Canonized X and 2 white enchantment. Enters the battlefield, create X 1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your devotion to white and black is 7 or greater, create a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature token with flying. Master of Dark Rise for 1 black 1/1 tap, sacrifice another creature at 3 black mana. Spend this mana only to cast vampire, cleric and or demon spells. Promise of Aklatos for 1 and 1 black enchantment with adventure. Foul Rebirth for 2 and 1 black sorcery adventure. Sacrifice a non-demon creature. If you do, create a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature token with flying. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non-demon creature. If you do, populate. Order of Sacred Dusk for 6/1 white and 1 black 5/5 with Convoke, flying, lifelink and haste. Exalted. Other vampires you control have exalted. White Trainer Prodigy for 1 red 1 green and 1 white 1/5 with haste. 2 and 1 green tap. Target creature you control fights another target creature. This ability costs 2 less to activate if its target 2 creatures you control. If a creature you control being dealt damage causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Ideal for the Polaraptor. Wrathful Raptors 4 and 1 red 5/5 with trample. Whenever a dinosaur you control is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any target that isn't a dinosaur. From the Rebel 4 and 2 white enchantment. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. At the beginning of your end step, return target creature card of the chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Bronzebeak for ages 3 and 1 white 3/4 enters the battlefield. For each opponent, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent that players controls until it leaves the battlefield. X and 1 white, put target card with mana value X, exiled with it into its owner's graveyard, you gain X life. Curious Altasaur 3 and 1 green 2/5 Vigilance and Reach. Whenever a dinosaur you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Dinosaur Egg 1 and 1 green 0/3 Evolve. When it dies, you may discover X, where X is its toughness. Scion of Calamity 3 and 2 green 5/5 Myrate. When it deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact or enchantment that players controls. Sun Thrill Initiator 3 and 1 green 3/3. Whenever it attacks, you may have it become a copy of another target dinosaur you control, except its name is Sunthrill Initiator and has this ability. Progenitor's Icon 3 generic mana artifact. Enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Tap, the next spell of the chosen type you cast this turn can be cast as though it had flesh. Jurassic World, I believe the last 2 cards. Swooping Pteranodon for 3/1 red and 1 white 3/3 with flying and haste. Whenever it or another dinosaur with flying enters the battlefield under your control, gain control of target creature and opponent controls until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains flying and haste until end of turn. At the beginning of the next end step, target land deals 3 damage to that creature. Permission denied. Ha ha ha, you didn't say the magic word. MotherFu. 1 white and 1 blue, instant, counter target, non-creature spell. Your opponents can't cast non-creature spells this turn. Animpakal 1000 Moon for 1 red and 1 white 1/2. Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-Yom creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then create X 1/1 colorless Yom artifact creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Normal version and the showcase version. Abuelos Awakening X 3 and 1 white Sorcery. Return target artifact or non-aura enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield with X additional +1/+1 counters on it. It's a 1/1 spirit creature with flying in addition to its other types. Malicious Eclipse for 1 and 2 black. Sorcery. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. If a creature no opponent controls would die this turn, exile it instead. Bitter Triumph for 1 and 1 black instant. As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card or pay 3 life. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Canonized in Blood for 1 and 1 black. Enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. 5 and 2 black. Sacrifice it, create a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature token with flying. It's Cowind, Firstborn of Gizzard for 1 red and 1 green, 2/3 with haste. Enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. Skipping Explorer for 4 generic mana, 3/2. Enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card or cave card. Put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Frilled Cave Worm for 3 and 1 blue, 2/5 with Descent 4. Gets +2/+0 as long as there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. Oratska Puzzle Door for 1 blue artifact, 1 generic mana, tap. Sacrifice it. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Primordial Gnawer for 4 and 1 black, 5/2. When it dies, discover 3. Fanatical Offering 1 and 1 black instant. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards and create a map token. Abrade. Abrade is reprinted. 1 and 1 red instant, choose 1. Deals 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. Busking Capybara 1 and 1 green, 1/3, Descent 4. Get +3/+0 as long as there are 4 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. Huatli's Final Strike 2 and 1 green instant. Target creature you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. Kaslem Stone Tree 2 and 1 green artifact. Enters the battlefield. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tab. Put the rest on the bottom in random order. Craft with Cave for 5 and 1 green. And when you craft it, it transforms into Kaslem Strider 5/5. So that was the last card in this particular day 10 and penultimate day for the spoilers of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Join me again tomorrow for the last day of the spoilers of this Jurassic set. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.